it's Miss Vanche again, the art teacher for Ely McKinley Elementary School. I'm going to be talking about the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now on YouTube, there is a read aloud, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. The read aloud is on the YouTube page, Illuminated Films. Now this book is illustrated by an artist named Carle. Carle was very influential and creative because the way he illustrated his books was not just by simply, drawing and then filling in the drawing with color. What the artist did was they created a bunch of colored paper, kind of like the colored paper that you would buy at a craft store. It's already got colors on it. He would create his own, and then he would cut it out and paste it down with glue and create his own kind of like collages. So we're going to talk about a way that you can create your own Hungry Caterpillar collage. And it's really simple. Here's mine right here. What I've done before I put anything down was I created on a scrap of paper a bunch of colors. I just did a couple rainbows for my caterpillar and a couple different kinds of greens for the grass and the leaf. And then just for fun, because Carle's artwork has a lot of patterns and designs on them, I just went in and put a lot of fun colors and patterns and designs on my caterpillar. Really simple, really fun, really fast. So I did something like this. You can see this is where I cut it out before. And then down here, I just drew like a couple patterns and shapes. Now, Miss Vanche, being the art teacher, I just free cut these out. I didn't do anything. I just cut circles out. If you're worried about not being able to cut a circle out and, ruining your beautiful pattern that you created, please just take a pencil and just draw it lightly on your colorful paper that you created. Then you can cut it out and you can glue it down. Again, all my adaptions for these projects, if you don't have the ability to make colorful paper, you can just find things out of magazines. You can use crayons instead of markers, because I used markers. If you have paint, feel free to use paint. So anyway, just show you a little bit of an example. I'm not going to do the whole project here. Doing this one-handed, so just bear with me. Okay, so just simply do a bunch of colors. I'm gonna choose some totally random ones here, not doing rainbow this time. All right, so let's see, I'll do blue. My marker wants to uncap here. All right, that's really pretty. I like that pattern. I think I'll stick with that. All right, so back to pink. And then where'd my green go? There it is. Green. Back to blue. Oops. Okay. Maybe I could also make a slight pattern on this side too. Jazz it up a bit. Why not? Okay, so then after, let's say, you have a big area that you've created your pattern, you can go back in with another color, or maybe one of the colors you used, and just put it in a different location. I wanted the blue. There we go. And you can just put some designs in there. Let's try to do, all right, let's do some zigzags. And you know what? Your pattern doesn't have to just stay in that one color. So mine stayed in that one color. Put a couple dots there. But your patterns can cross over into other colors too. That's fine. That'll make it really interesting. So I'll just do some wigglies. Okay. And then you can start to see what I was going for. I'm just going to fill that up with lots of different patterns and designs, just like this one here. You guys can see the two examples. Okay, then I would take a pencil and draw a circle. You can cut it out. After you cut it out, you can glue it down on your picture, and you can create a whole scene by creating your own colorful paper. You don't have to go buy it at the store. You can just make it. It's so simple. All right, I challenge you guys, go have fun. You don't have to create a caterpillar, excuse me. You can create whatever creation you would like to make, but have fun experimenting and making your own colorful paper, just like the artist Carle. Hi, this is Miss Vanche, and we will be reading Shapes by Philip Yanawine. Some pictures are made only of shapes. Some artists paint shapes of things they see. Name the things you see here. How many groups of 3 can you find? Can you find any hidden shapes? Pause the video if you need time. The shapes can be very simple: circle, square, triangle. The fun then is deciding where to put them. Sometimes the shapes are exact, and sometimes they aren't. This is a picture made of many tiny squares. What other shapes can you find? Sometimes the shapes don't look like anything special, so you can imagine whatever you want. What can you imagine about these? With a few lines, an artist turns a circle into a ball or into a cylinder shaped like a cup. Here's a picture using balls and cylinders. Can you find them? Artists also turn squares into boxes or buildings, and a triangle into a pyramid or a roof. Can you find buildings and roofs? Using shadows and shading, artists turn shapes into form. See how the artist used shadows and shading to make the feet in these drawings seem real? These 3 lines can help us imagine the shape of a whole room. Looks like the corner of a room and the wall separating 2 walls with the floor. This man seems to be standing in a room with a window. Behind his arm, there is a table with a pitcher. Window, room, just like that one. Pitcher. Can you find a bowl in this picture? A table. Can you name the fruit you see? Can you find the light areas and the dark shadows? Can you also find circles, squares, triangles, and a cylinder? You can spend a long time finding shapes in this picture. Triangles and circles, the shape of masks and mustaches, a guitar and funny little hands, and many more. Can you find a dog? Don't forget his tail and furry little body. Maybe you would like to make some drawings of your own using shapes. Big and little ones, neat and messy ones, shapes of things you can see, imaginary shapes, shapes with shadows. Try your hand at making different shapes. The end.